Monsieur President, Mesdames and Messieurs, I will speak in English. My French is not that good. I can understand something, but I'm still learning. So COVID time is a very nice one. I could revive my French lessons and do many other things that normally we don't have time in our everyday busy life. I have, yes, as Frank said, prepared some presentation for you so that you could see and understand what the social activities of FIDE, the International Chess Federation, are, and how does this initiative, Chess for Mental Health, and particularly one of the projects within the framework of that lie within the bigger picture or bigger context of our activities. But before that, I would also like to thank the French Chess Federation, you, Eloi, and particularly also Frank, the chair of the Social Commission, already 25 years in this business, one of the most experienced persons, probably the most experienced person in the chess community of Europe, dealing with these issues. And thank you very much for this great initiative. We are really honored to be the partners of such an important project. We have had many chess initiatives where we use chess for education. There are countries where chess has been introduced as a obligatory subject in the schools, like Armenia. There are countries like Sweden, like Spain, Catalonia particularly, where chess is used as a transversal educational tool for teaching mathematics, language, history, sports, other subjects. So we've gathered some empirical experience already on what the positive impacts of chess are. But this kind of initiative, of course, goes much further. It opens new potential, opens new areas of activities, of practical applications, and it also then, again, opens new needs for additional research, for additional studies, because it touches upon the health of a human being. So there are no jokes to be done there. So if we want to expand these kind of activities, I think this is one of the major tasks that we have to work on together, finding resources, not only financial ones, but even more important, the human resources who are capable of carrying out such a research. It is, of course, always the chicken and egg question. What should come first? Whether we should start with the practical activities and then develop or go deeper into this research, or vice versa. So we've chosen the practical approach from FIDE side, launching various initiatives, starting the pilot projects you will be hearing the presentations of, hoping that that will give the track record, the basis for further research and activities together with important partners who have the capabilities and proficiency in this. So that was my short introduction to my presentation that I would be still hoping to take a chance and present to you. Okay, so as many other sports organizations, we do understand and that the professional sports, and professional sports is the major area of activity for international sports organizations. So we take care about the professional chess players, about the World Championship cycle, we've got our own Olympiad. So this is the lion's share of our activities, but we do understand that this is not the only mission of ours. Chess and sports in general has to be used for other goals as well, for making the society stronger, better, and chess is such an excellent tool for doing that. So we are trying to tap on these opportunities, and we have, especially lately, starting from the last few years, developed various social initiatives where chess is used not for the sake of teaching chess itself, but for the sake of social cohesion, for the sake of increasing the mental skills, for the sake of girls' empowerment and other things. You will just see a few examples. Last year, we also passed through or adopted our social responsibility guidelines of FIDE. that goes very well with those principles that have been already encoded in our charter, in our policies, and I'm very happy that it's not only the priorities, the action plans written on the paper that sometimes stay there on the shelves, but our everyday operations, activities, and projects actually go very well along with our policies and priorities and values. We have used to support our member federations, the national federations, also the continental organizations. Every year we allocate the development funding for various development projects, but we have now tried to switch the mindset also of our stakeholders, because normally the development funding has been used for organizing the chess events, another tournament, another teams competition. So what we are trying to achieve is that our federations also change their approach and come with their social initiatives, not staying only in the professional chess. And I would say that in a very short time, working with them, also demonstrating some pilot activities top down, taking the initiative on the side of the International Chess Federation, showing the examples, showing the potential, we have been able to motivate them also to go in for various nice activities. And as you see from this year's budget, we have allocated €500,000 particularly for support of various social initiatives coming from our member countries. I'll just show you a few of the examples for our last year's projects. One is chess for protection, as we call it, or chess for refugees. The idea is that we use chess for social integration and psycho-emotional well-being of those people, those kids particularly, who are displaced. So one of the first initiatives using chess was actually in Jordan. The Asian Chess Academy with the local federation with UNHCR and also FIDE, they initiated a very nice project. 20 ladies, that was the very first year when they started, 20 ladies, refugees who didn't have any job, any chance there to somehow find a place in their life, and of course having a very strong psychological trauma, some also physical traumas. So they were trained as the chess instructors, chess trainers. And afterwards, these ladies, they were training the kids. So now it's approximately 200 kids trained. Last year, during the International Refugee Day, a chess tournament was organized, and I like the goal of the Jordan's Chess Federation, that they want to be the first country in the world where the number of the girls playing chess will be bigger than the boys. And of course, what we saw, it is this very important sense of belonging to society, to the chess family, that was so important for the refugee community. I can only imagine that this is a very major aspect when you are far away from home. It's not only an entertainment, it's not only of a nice passing time for them, it's not only the way how they are educated and the cognitive skills developed, it's also about this social aspect of feeling belonging to the chess family, which is huge, and which is normally very welcoming. So, based on this experience, we approached the UNHCR and motivated them to go further and to use chess as a tool for social integration and psycho-emotional well-being and welfare of the refugees in their refugee camps. So last year we initiated and launched a big project in Kakuma camp and Kalateye settlement in Kenya, together with UNHCR, with Lutheran Church Association and the local federation. We trained the instructors or facilitators, and now it's already 800 kids trained 100 girls approximately from them. The goal is to train another 800 till the end of this year. And they are not only trained in chess, they participate in the chess tournaments, that are organized also involving the local community. So this is a very important aspect for our partner, for UNHCR, as chess is used as a tool how to put together the refugees and the local communities, how to assimilate them, how to make stronger ties among them, decreasing the potential conflict situations. But one of my favorite parts of this project is actually the Girls Club, or special program for the girls, where we teach them not only chess, but we give important life skills. We organize meetings with the great leaders, we organize the book reading club, we make this emotional ties among them and the teachers that work with them as with the family members. And it was like 2 weeks ago approximately that we were visiting the Kakuma camp. It was very heartwarming actually that I saw that when these girls who were trained online for the last few months, they saw me, they were very polite, but then they asked me where Anastasia is. Anastasia Karlovich, the lady you will be listening to today as well, is one of the teachers. And I saw how highly appreciated she is there. She has become a role model for these girls. And these girls, not only also boys, by acquiring chess, they actually get a chance in their life. They can get a chance, for example, to go to a tournament outside of the camp and thus see the world, thus being in a position to better understand what they want in their life and see the opportunities, education, job opportunities, and chess can also become a profession itself. So this is a project that we are going to expand. So one of the examples when we started with the practical activities, now we work together with UNHCR to evaluate the results, how chess has influenced the cognitive skills, other skills of the trainees, and social skills of the trainees. And another aspect is what is of the great importance, as I said, for our partners, it is the social integration. So these are the research and evaluation directions that we will be working on. We will be also expanding our activities to chess in slums. So less structured environment, much more difficult actually to work in such an environment, because in refugee camps, of course, it's quite easy because there are schools, there are some establishments, there are partners there. Slums are not that well organized, yes, but the potential there and the need for such a kind of projects and activities that chess can offer is probably even stronger there. Just for talent, yeah. Why we do this in refugee camps and in slums, we see that it is a way of empowering these young kids, giving them the future skills, the skills that will help them in their life. I could talk a lot how chess has facilitated me, myself, in my political career, in my professional life. It gives such important habits. It gives such important, like shaking the hand of your opponent before and after the real harsh fight. Yes, shaking the hand of your opponent even if you have lost the game and your heart has been broken. Yes, so these kind of social skills are also built by chess, but not only. I mean, it structures your brain very well, and this is the skill that helps in any area of your life. But we want also, yes, really to tap the talent and help to develop it. Talent is not the only thing that provides the success. It's a lot of work still behind every achievement. Yes, there is no easy way, but you have to give the chance to them. And we have various programs like this FIDE Chessable Chess Academy that we also try to give the equal opportunities to talent in the whole world, regardless of the country that they come. from the second year already, for the second year we already offer the training, online training, which gives chess is universal also this way that you can work with it and use it online, even during the COVID times and with strong restrictions. We are proposing this training for the most talented kids from each country. Just for education, what we are concentrating now it is the early years education, FIDE itself, but we are not the only ones. There are so many players on the market, as I said, the private initiatives, the initiatives of the chess federations that have great programs developed that can be used as an integral part of the educational process, building various skills of the young kids. And as I said, the shift has taken place that we are not really teaching chess for the sake of the kids knowing how to play chess, but using chess as an instrument for the sake of building future skills. Lifelong learning, starting from the early years till the senior citizens. So this is one of the priorities that we have. Our social commission has stated for their work this year. So conference and a great tournament, which was the biggest of this kind. The first intercontinental online championship for the prisoners. 41 team from 30 countries for the first time. Also women teams were playing. This year the target is 64 countries. Quite a number to be reached, but this is only the flagship event, the tournament itself. What we are actually most interested in, it is in really delivering chess to these institutions, because we already, from the empirical research and some research materials that our partners who have been carrying out these chess in prison programs have made, see the positive impact of chess in prisons. One of the research that was demonstrated last year is the experience of Brazil. In Brazil, they say that it's 74% of the recidive. People tend to repeat the offenses. And their research showed that they have the chess program there existing already for several years, that when the inmates go in for chess, the rate of the recidive already falls to a bit more than 40%. If they stay at least 1 year with chess, it falls to 22 or something. And if they stay more than for 2 years, then the recidive already falls to 14%. So such a big impact. And one can really see that when they start going in for chess, that gives the structure in their life, that gives the scope in their life, that gives the motivation and for some also a reason to live. The last year's champions, it was Zimbabwe, the country that is not the classical chess country. But in the post-tournament interviews, some of the people who were sentenced for death really also admitted that since they've started to go in for chess, they have the reason to live for. So, and there are other researchers that show that if they go in for chess, the anxiety levels, the depression levels, the aggression levels decrease, the self-confidence increase, and that improves the environment in the imprisonment institutions, but it also helps them to reintegrate when they come out and when they actually have to start their life from the scratch. Once again, they have some skills to be used, and they have the community they feel they belong to, which shouldn't be underestimated in these cases. Chess for people with disabilities. During the COVID times, I'm sorry, the color of the letters has disappeared. During the COVID times, chess was continuing its professional sports events, and actually the online World Chess Olympiad for the people with disabilities was the biggest sports event in the world carried out while the restrictions were so strong. And all kind of people with disabilities, with various kinds of disabilities were participating, visually impaired, people whose hearing is impaired and also physically challenged, all are playing together, which is unique. Yes, and actually for those who do not come from the chess world, it's also very interesting might be interesting to know that in the World Chess Olympiad we have the teams of people with disabilities playing in the so-called normal tournament. We have not separated that. However, this was supposed to be and is supposed to be the first year when we are going to organize the World Chess Olympiad for the people with disabilities, a special event like Paralympics. Yes, and then one of the projects that you will be also hearing a more extensive presentation on, it is the so-called infinite chess, as we call it. It is a project that is dedicated for chess for children with autistic spectrum disorder. So a new initiative last year, where under the guidance of Anastasia Sorokin, the vice president of FIDE, a new study program, teaching program, actually, methodology was developed involving the experts from Belarus, from Canada, from Brazil and other countries, from Armenia. Those are the people who have been carrying out their own initiatives, own programs in their countries. So they were gathered together in one team and working on a new compilation of material and methodology. And now in several countries the pilot activities will be carried out. So once again we are trying to already use the hands-on method with a practical implementation, practical projects that we hope very much will give grounds for further research and development of the program. And yes, last but not least, many of these initiatives are actually led and carried out by the ladies of the International Chess Federation, and I just wanted to use this opportunity and thank all my colleagues who work on these projects on every day basis. This year has been announced the Year of Women in Chess by FIDE. We want to tell stories, we want to demonstrate the projects, we want to show how strong and smart the feminine side of the chess world is. And if we work together, we use the full potential, not only of our ladies, but our people in FIDE. We use the full potential of our strategic partners, federations and others. I truly believe that we will reach goals others only think of, and reach goals using our royal game of chess, which is a unique instrument in our hands. Thank you for your attention.